Hello, everybody. I'm recognizing some faces. The fan club is growing. Yes. Okay, so let me I'm going to see if I can put you all onto, no, I don't want to do that, do I? I'm trying to decide which is the best version to show you all on. So this is how I'm going to do it, okay? For anybody who knows me or is getting to know me, I really don't do things properly. So you are now ready for another show and tell session, okay? So I love creativity, okay? Because creativity happens when shit goes wrong, okay? So take two. So yesterday I said, I don't do jack shit without starting with why, okay? So that's why this was still in the box from yesterday's show. So start with why. Why am I doing this session? So again, that pal Maxim of mine, he drags me into everything. He says, Billie, you're doing a session on mavericks and how to successfully, be a successful maverick. What do you learn from it? He goes, but what about all the people coming to the creativity conference who may not relate to the fact that they're a maverick? What about them? I'd like you to inspire them. So that's my mission, okay? I'm supposed to inspire you all. I'll give it my best shot as I throw this out. So the first thing I was going to tell you was this session is called Do You Be You. If anybody knows me, I say this. It's one of my catchphrases. Cameron, I was listening to you talk. You had like catchphrases. We all have catchphrases. I have I have hundreds of catchphrases that make me have an adventure on this journey called life, okay? Cameron, in your session with this morning, I was saying to you, oh, you know what? I say what you say, but I say it like this, which is, there's two types of human beings. There's those that lived and those that exist. Decide which side of the fence you want and fucking go for it. That's all you need to do. It's about every choice. And I love the things you were saying. So I'm going to talk to you about something I say a lot, which is hashtag do you be you. Okay, that's it. So I thought, okay, I can do a session on do you be you. So here we go, right? So I think I want you to, this is audience participation. So there's not loads of you. So everybody unmute yourself, just be in the room. Okay. So basically what happens is I want you to look at yourself. I want you to look at all the other human beings in this room. Okay. The first thing you'll notice, we'll notice our differences, but look at all the similarities. But the differences are what make us unique. We have people with hair. We have people with no hair, right? We have people with glasses. We have people with contacts. We're all so unique. Right? Our DNA makes us unique. Agreed? So now I want you to all get your hands and I want you to look at your hands. And I don't just want you to look at them. I want you to really look at the little curves in your fingerprints. Okay. And I want you to think about how no other fucking human being has those fingerprints. Okay. That's how unique you are. It's just a little reminder that we forget to do all the time. Now, I want you all, and I hope you all never got anything stuck in their teeth from lunch, because I want you to look at your teeth. I want all of you, right, to get your gnashers out. Claire, I really hope you're taking a screenshot of this, right? Okay. Now, if you look at our teeth, okay, I have to Google this, because when they have criminals and they have crimes and there's like, oh, we identified the culprit from his dental. And I thought, so yesterday I Googled, are our teeth and our jaws as unique as our fingerprints? And apparently they are. Okay. So I learned that yesterday. So the main thing is, the point I'm making is we're so unique, right? And yet we live in this world, okay? We live in this world where we constantly, for the sake of wanting to be Instagram famous or whatever it is, right? We become, ready for the first prop? Cookie cutters, right? We are literally like this. Oh, actually, that looks really good when I do that. Yep. And what happens is we do that for whatever reason. And you know what happens? We go from that to that to that. I was making these yesterday. It's such good fun. Who remembers the last time they made one of these? So homework. Everybody make one of these soon as this, well, after Maxim's talked to us after the social, okay? So that's what happens in life. And everything we do is kind of gearing us to be these cookie cutters. And we start this with kids, be a doctor, be a lawyer, yeah? What if they just want to be a train driver or a postman? Or they want to be a road sweeper. It doesn't matter what they want to be, as long as they're doing it with their fullest conviction, yeah? So what I want you to do, I told you, audience participation. I never believe in doing all the work. It's just not, why should I? Yeah. So, ready? I want you to think, and you've all unmuted yourself, and you, Claire, unmute yourself. You're part of the package, okay? Right. So, there's all sorts of sizes of Post-its in this world, right? But I'm a firm believer of go big or go home. So did you know you can get Post-its this big, right? I love these, right? So what I want you to do, I'm just going to turn this, and when I'm moving around, it's because I'm trying to see that you can see how. So what I want you to do is I want you to think, this session is called Do You Be You, but it's easy to start with other people. So I want you to think of someone who does themselves and always bees themselves. I don't care who they are. You can write it down or you can just think of this person, okay? Hang on, I'm going to do this. That's better. And then when you've got that person in your head, somebody who does themselves uniquely, okay? Bees themselves. Then I want you to think of 3 things about them that makes them that way. So who's got somebody in their head? Don't all shout at once, okay? Maria, you go. I saw your hand go up first. We've got to do it fast, yeah, because otherwise they're going to say you ran out of time and I ain't going to get to the good shit.
Nikki, and she is authentic. She is loving.
Who?
My friend Nikki.
Okay.
Yep. And she is super friendly, super caring, and super authentic.
Excellent. Who else had their hand up? Okay, the lady with the Jay, go for it.
The person that I think of is my wife, Jo, and they are gender neutral and they own it. They are the most kind and compassionate person I have ever met, and their work ethics are like the bomb, the best. So and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And so yeah, they are just amazing.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. And what I would like you to do, right, because we can change the world by the little things are the big things. What I would like you to do is when this recording's finished, I want you to make sure that that person sees that. I don't care if they don't watch my bit or anything, but I want them to hear what you said about them. Okay. I just want you to do that for me, okay? And then you can ring me and tell me, yeah, I did it, Billy, and this is what happened, because that's the magic, okay? So, I'm supposed to be doing this presentation. Focus, Billy. So then what happened was, I was like, holy fuck, do you be you? So we know these kind of people. I'm like, how am I going to do this? Now, if anybody knows anything about me, I'm an absolute book nutcase. Can you tell? Right. So whenever in doubt, right, I just go and stare at my bookcase. So what I'm going to do, right, this is really show and tell. I think we live in a world, right, where we are, as I'm reiterating, yeah, what do they say? Say the point again so that they make sure they get it. We don't want to be like this. Can you imagine if we were like this instead? Right? Unicorns are not just companies. Okay, this bullshit notion, right, of that's a unicorn company. They hooked that word unicorn to mean, oh yeah, they're a money-making machine. Yeah, that's not what unicorns are about. Didn't they watch Harry Potter? Right? So remember that. Okay, my purpose on this life is to remind people of these things. Okay, so what was I going to tell you? Yes. So what I did was I stood in. Sorry, did you just say 5 minutes? No. Okay. I thought I only had 5 minutes. Talk faster, Billy. Okay. So I'm standing in front of my bookcase going, the answer is always here. And then it hit me. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how I just pulled off. Okay. It'd be really good if I had a big screen. I'd have pulled them off literally, right? But I've got them in a box. So big magic. Hands up if you know this. If you don't, fucking go and buy it, read it, and absorb every word. Okay. I have notes on every. Okay. So if you don't know who wrote this and who Elizabeth Gilbert is, right, I'm going to tell you a little story, because what I'm going to share with you is human beings who do them, be them, and then how it becomes part of their life. Elizabeth Gilbert was really stuck. She liked writing, but she was really, really stuck. Okay. And she was stuck because she didn't know what to write next. And what ended up happening was she started doing the artist's way. For those of you who have a creativity block, the artist's way is this workbook you can go through. And I've done it and it's genius. So anyway, she does this, right? And while she's doing this and she's getting up and writing these 3 pages to herself every day, she realizes, oh, I want to travel. So she starts traveling, right? For those of you who don't know, her travel journals became Eat, Pray, Love and her best-selling book, okay? So that's her, right? So I've done with her, okay? Now, anybody who doesn't know me very well, I used to be a children's nurse. I am obsessed. I can tell you exactly where I was when Roald Dahl died, okay? Right? And I'm a nutcase Roald Dahl fan. Anybody read Boy? Okay. Okay. Jason, you're nodding vigorously and pumping your fist. Read this book, okay?
I'm a nurse as well.
Oh, excellent. We're the caring type. Our heart will come in the room 10 paces before we do, fella. So what happens is, this is the story of Roald Dahl's childhood and his school. And you can see exactly where he got his ideas for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So this is all the childish ones, right? And the book is in the other room, I think. There's a follow-on to this, Jason, if you're interested. It's called Going Solo, and that's about how he became a pilot in India and stuff like that for the East India Company. With me, Roald Dahl's childhood, he does him, bees himself, and look at what he's created. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do is so anybody heard of Madam C. Walker? We don't hear about a lot of these. Yes, she is. She is. Gold star. Madam C. Walker, okay, was the first Black female millionaire born to slaves. And she started selling hair products because she couldn't get her hair to sit right. And, you know, products were always designed for Western women. Let me do this here. I'm trying to make sure, Claire, that the video is getting the bits you need in it. That's why. So, okay. So, and she, you know, she was the impoverished childhood, a daughter of former slaves. Okay. She did herself. She says, these products don't work for me. I need to create something for women like me. Okay. Does her, bees her, look what she creates. Ideas of note, okay? This guy, okay? So Chaz Hutton, he's so funny, right? He used to be an architect, bored out of his brains, right? But he liked drawing on Post-it notes. So he starts drawing on this, and the introduction is hysterical, right? I'm not going to read you the whole of it, but the last paragraph said, he's telling you about how he got into this. He said, that said, try quitting your successful architecture job by telling your employer that you've decided to draw stuff on sticky notes full time, while you hope they haven't noticed that you've taped the entire office's supply of sticky notes to your body like you're a drug mule who traffics office stationery instead of drugs. Let's do this. And it's literally, yeah, his philosophy on life, and some of the stuff in here are just amazing. Yeah, hang on.
Those are his actual sticky notes.
Yeah, all the things I plan to do, all the things I actually do, naps, pretty much just naps. And it's literally, it's talk about feel good.
Mhm.
And what is the title again?
It's called Ideas of Note. One Man's Philosophy of Life on Post-it Notes. So, Claire, you're going to have to write these in because I'm too busy chatting. So basically, right, or take everybody's name down and we'll send them the stuff. What happens is, again, this is a guy who's obsessed with sticky notes. So he starts this little Instagram channel as a side hustle, gets loads and loads of likes, yeah, because Instagram sometimes does put great shit into the world, although 99% of the time it's full of bullshit, right? But that book makes me laugh every time I open it, right? It's just worth going to the shelf and picking it and nah. And now he got the book deal, and then he got this, and that's what he's doing. He did him and became him. Does that make sense? Got two more for you. How am I doing for time? I'm great. Okay. Quiet, which is the opposite of me. Okay. So I think it's really powerful that somebody wrote a book on the power of introverts in a world that can't stop thinking. And the reason I think she's so powerful is because I remember she could see that there was so much written about, I mean, her TED Talk's great, by the way. I could see that Suzanne Cain, when she was writing about it, I remember posting something out on LinkedIn when I was thinking I'm going to draw my book. So for people who don't know, I hand drew a book, 250 pages, hand drawn, cartoons. I wasn't an illustrator, I became an illustrator. Anyway, be all and end all of. I posted this thing on LinkedIn that just said, if Susan Cain can write a book on introverts, then Billie Carn can fucking draw a book about Mavericks. That's it. That was the whole thing, right? So somebody else I want to tell you about. This is my last one. So anybody heard of a woman called Temple Grandin?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for you, all you lovely people nodding nicely, thank you very much. For those who don't know who she is, Temple Grandin is an autistic woman who managed to navigate. She sees everything in pictures. Her biopic was Hollywood, not Bollywood. Her Hollywood biopic was the characters played by Claire Danes, and it shows you how she used the way she sees everything in pictures. Like if you say to her door, she can photograph every door she can picture every door she's ever walked through. Okay. She is somebody who I was supposed to interview for my Maverick project, and a month ago I finally interviewed her for my new project, which is called Different. Okay.
Oh,
Because if Susan Cain can talk about people who are quiet and introverted, I can talk about all the human beings who are different. Because another phrase that I use, Cameron, you're going to love this one. When somebody says to you, oh, you can't do that, you know, the response is, fuck off. Who died and made you the god of my universe? Which I use on a regular basis. Right? So basically, yeah, I'm winding up. So basically, what I want you to think about, is there's this Greek word. Let's get to the serious philosophical side. I used to be a university lecturer, really serious. Okay. Now, there's a Greek word called meraki. I don't know if you've heard of it, and I'm going to look this way to read it directly to you. It means when you do something with soul and creativity or love, and it means to put something of yourself into your work. So what I've tried to show you is all these people who are doing themselves and being themselves, what they're actually doing, okay, is they're putting a part of their soul into it. If you looked at my website looks like me because I put myself into it. So what I want you guys to think about, is actually, I'm going to leave you with that one last, okay? I want you to think about, if we don't have to do this to stand out. We just have to do, if we don't want to be the cookie cutter and we want to be the unicorn, the only way we're going to do it is if we embrace what Seth Godin calls is being a purple cow. Okay. If you don't know what one looks like, here's one I produced earlier. Okay. So you want to be a purple cow, because if you see a black and white cow, it's just a normal thing. But if you saw a purple cow, you'd take a double take, wouldn't you? And when we're being our uniquest version of ourselves, that's when we're letting that purple cow show. So the session was called Do You Be You. Claire, don't you cut me off. I've got stuff to say. Right. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about do you be you. This time, I want you to think about yourself, right? And I want you to think about the 3 things that make you uniquely you, okay? And use that in everything you do. Those are our gifts, okay? Claire, how many minutes have I got?
You have about 3.
Okay, so what I want you to do is that's your homework, and I want you to all send me what you do, because I've only got a 3 minutes. I just want to finish with I know me, okay? If there was words, I've already done my homework. My words were, okay, if I was describing things that made me unique, right, I put playful, I'm obtuse, I'm a bibliophile, bibliophile, whatever you want to call it. Bibliomaniac. I was going to eat gingerbread cookies live, but I ate them in the break before you guys came on. So I have actually got, stay there. I didn't know if my delivery was going to turn up in time, see, right? So the main thing is everything about me is playful, fun, sunny. That's just how I am, yeah? And I don't apologize for that. I go on stage with my pigtails because that's who I am. Yeah, I don't try. Most human beings I've met who are really trying to change the world, do you know the first thing they do? I notice they really accept who they are. They do them and be themselves in such a big way. So if you take nothing else away, you are all beautiful people. You are all unique. I want you tonight. I want you to go and pass this on. It's like paying it forward. Okay. I want you to have this conversation with somebody and say to them, look at your fingers, show your teeth, and say, that's how unique you are. So why the fuck are we trying to be like everybody else and losing our magic, right? Be that unicorn. Please be that unicorn. You have no idea how badly the world needs us. Thank you.
Look what I
Thank you
found at the
so
grocery
much.
store. It says fucking
Oh!
at a
Yeah,
grocery
fucking be
store.
you, Jason. Woo woo. Love it.
Yeah.
Billy, do you have
Thank
a
you,
contact
thank
we can reach out to you with?
Mate, my name is Billy. My email is Billy.
Awesome. And I'll send those books again in the chat for everyone.
You can never type when everybody's watching you. Have you ever noticed that? It's one of the weirdest. It's one of like the weirdest things in the universe. That as soon as somebody watches you type, you can't type. It's weird. That's my thing, and my phone number is +1 415 8182301. Oh, you don't want an equal sign. You'd be like, geez, that girl's nuts. But, no.
That's all right. Makes you unique.
Oh yeah, I own my nutness, mate. I own my nutness. So you've got my number, you've got my phone number. Actually, right? Hang on, 414. Yeah, that's me, right? So if you add me on WhatsApp, right, and you want to send me any shit, trust me, it's so much easier. I'll be like, send me a picture. That's great. Everybody add me on WhatsApp, get a post-it note, fill the homework bit in, yeah, and send it to me. God bless you. Love you all.
Excellent.
And
Thank
just
you
go
so
be
much.
yourself.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Maxim to make me the keynote next year.
Please. Fuck me.
Have we got time for questions? Yeah, we got 5 minutes. Ask me anything you want.
I think the room does shut down at the 26th. But
In
that
which case, I would like to say, Claire, you've been amazing. I've bonded so lovely with you over the session just before people joined in. Thank you all. You know, we're human beings. You know, let your heart walk in the room. You know, nobody's interested in your brain or your wallet, really. Really interested in your heart.